Hello, my name is Rod Smith. I'm the CEO and president of Green Polka Dot Box. Welcome to my home in Spring City, Utah, where I'm surrounded by family and some of our friends, the chickens, nearby. I'm going to take the next few minutes and give you some very straightforward, simple reasons why investing in Green Polka Dot Box today makes perfect sense. First, we are in the clean food business. That's foods without GMO, synthetic ingredients, toxic herbicides and pesticides, or any other harmful ingredients. We carry thousands of the nation's most popular clean food products. You might recognize and purchase these brands, but the odds are you pay a lot more than you need to pay, and you have to go to the store to get them. That's about to change. The current market size for annual consumption of clean foods is about $42 billion, and it's expanding at 11% annually. As somebody who is an expert and really knows this marketplace, I can tell you that the potential for annual spending on clean foods is over $550 billion. In addition to the 20 million or so who shop now, there are about 70 million American adults who would shop if they could afford it. They would prefer not to eat GMO foods that are contaminated with glyphosate and glufosinate, among other toxins. They would prefer to purchase clean foods and enjoy the superior health benefits if the price is reasonable. Green Polka Dot Box has a plan to significantly lower prices and attract millions of consumers. Over the next 10 years, I believe we can expect to see a measurable increase in the market demand for clean foods. If you believe that the consumption of clean foods is vital to the future health of America, and you think that the demand for clean foods is going to increase, then that would be one compelling reason why you may want to get in on this trend now as an early stage investor in Green Polka Dot Box. The second reason why you should invest in our company is because we have top proven management. Bill Roberts is the current president and chief operating officer for Geico Insurance, a $1 billion Berkshire Hathaway company. Bill is also one of our biggest investors. He serves on our board. I'm the former chief executive officer and founder of InContact, a NASDAQ company that recently sold for $900 million. The point is that we know what we're doing. We know how to market and accumulate customers. We know how to drive down prices so that they're affordable for every American. You can count on us, you can bank on us as proven managers that can get the job done. Third, we have massive scale potential. Just like Amazon, Airbnb, and Uber, we have a business model that can scale up to serve millions of customers very quickly, who spend from $4,000 to $10,000 annually on their grocery bill. Let me explain by using Uber as an example. Some very smart guys built a digital application to make it possible for over 1 million automobile owners to provide personal taxi service at a lower price to consumers. And they have attracted over 8 million subscribers who now use Uber for personal transportation. I use it because it's a simple, incredible time and money saving service. In just 6 years since it introduced its digital application, Uber is worth an estimated $60 billion. Now, let's compare Green Polka Dot Box to Uber. For the past 2 years, GPDB has been developing offline a new digital application for consumer market influencers to sell GPDB's clean foods to their own customers. There are potentially tens of thousands of influencers who have direct influence over groups of consumers. Examples include large media magazine and newspaper publishers, radio stations, consumer associations, large corporations, colleges and universities, healthcare practitioners, sports club owners, health food store owners, and many others. So, like Uber, GPDB has created an online digital application. It empowers these influencers to offer clean foods delivered to the homes of their own customers at rock-bottom prices, including free delivery. Let me take it a step further. Not only do we have an amazing online digital application, we have signed agreements in place with hundreds of market influencers who have direct reach and influence over 45 million customers. We call these influencers our health merchants. Health merchants sell GPDB's extensive product line to their own customers through their own self-branded stores. Here are some examples of just a few of our health merchant stores. Becoming a health merchant is a turnkey opportunity for influencers. GPDB provides the online technology, the storefronts, it manages the inventory, order processing, shipping and handling, customer service, and all marketing services, and the health merchants receive 10% of the profits generated from their customer purchases. When I talk about scalability, I'm talking about the potential to ramp up sales to millions of clean food customers very quickly. Take a look at this chart. Let's assume for a moment that only 1/4 of 1% respond to their health merchant offering for clean foods. That's a potential of 112,500 customers. 1/2 of 1% is 225,000 customers. 1% is 450,000 customers. And 2% is 900,000 customers. Now, assuming that the average customer spends only $4,000 annually on groceries, you can see the potential annual revenues from clean food sales that would result. At a 2% conversion, meaning that with only 2% of our potential 45 million health merchant customers, the potential sales figures are staggering at $3.6 billion annually. Okay, now this is just an example. Don't rely on this information for investment purposes. I'm trying to give you a sense of the size and scalability of our business model. You can rely on us as managers to do the right thing, to build the company. You can have great confidence and assurance in our ability to execute our business plan. We know where we're going. We know what we're doing. Let's take a step back and look at the big picture. We're not stopping at simply a few hundred health merchants and 45 million consumers. Our goal is 2,000 health merchants in the next 12 months, reaching over 100 million adults and their families in our buying collective. We plan to execute our business model in such a way that we can persuade 30 million adults and their families to shift their spending on clean foods to their preferred health merchant. Now, let me tell you about one more thing that's important for your investment decision. It's about how we're going to increase our number of shoppers in the buying collective. Not just 1% or 2%, but 10%, then 20 and 30% in the buying collective. Realistically, the only way that this can be accomplished is if we can offer clean foods at affordable prices, the same prices that people pay for contaminated GMO foods. Right now, our health merchant pricing for clean foods is an average of 30% or better off retail pricing. We guarantee the lowest prices, including free home delivery, but we aren't stopping there. We are going to put to work the bargaining power of our buying collective to start acquiring clean food production and processing companies and properties. Let me give you a few examples. We plan to use our living produce technology to produce clean produce in all possible varieties of leafy green vegetables, herbs, and many other crops. By becoming vertically integrated into the production of nutrient-dense living produce, we can lower prices by 60 to 70%, including free next or same-day delivery. Another example is the acquisition of a Florida-based sustainable seafood fishery that sources millions of pounds of seafood in many popular varieties from the Atlantic, Caribbean, and Gulf of Mexico. This acquisition enables us to lower prices for the highest quality seafood to 70% off, including free home delivery, because we cut out all the middlemen. How would you like to get wild-caught ahi tuna for $11.50 a pound, including free home delivery, instead of $29 a pound that you pay at the fish market? And how would you like to pay only $2.50 a pound for clean grass-fed hamburger? That's a real possibility because of our plans to own and operate ranches throughout the best grass country in the U.S. These are just a few examples. What I'm trying to describe to you is a strategy for Green Polka Dot Box to become vertically integrated in all the major essential clean food groups, including protein such as lamb, poultry, pork, all important produce varieties, including orchard and root crops, nuts and seeds in all their varieties, and healthy grains. Think of the value that these profitable, revenue-generating acquisitions can bring to Green Polka Dot Box shareholders. But consider also that through vertical integration into clean food production and processing, we can eliminate huge markup costs. This chart shows you the net discount effect of vertical integration and how the price at health merchant stores will compare to typical retail prices for clean foods. Through vertical integration, the clean foods we sell exclusively through our network of health merchants will be available at 60 to 70% off retail pricing, making these finally affordable for all consumers. Here's a chart that shows you how, because of our vertical integration and acquisition strategy, our prices will eventually drop to similar pricing for contaminated foods at popular store sites. We have an effective business plan that is self-perpetuating. The more health merchants, the more consumers in the collective. The bigger the collective, the more bargaining power to make valuable strategic acquisitions. The more acquisitions, the lower the pricing for clean foods. The lower the pricing, the more consumers will flock to shop at their local health merchant stores. That's how we plan to increase the percentage of shoppers who will shift their spending into our health merchant buying collective. We have a sure formula for building a consumer buying collective comprised of millions of health-minded shoppers through market influencers or health merchants, and then a vertical integration strategy that will lower prices on clean foods so they are affordable for everyone. I've given you 4 reasons for investment in GPDB. First, the clean food marketplace is expanding. Demand is growing. Clean food will always be in demand. Second, we have a proven management capable of delivering an investment winner. Third, our business is scalable with the potential to reach millions of consumers and become an online giant through our health merchant buying collective. And fourth, we have a plan to become vertically integrated to wipe out the current high cost of distribution, lowering prices for clean foods to the same level as GMO contaminated foods. If you're considering investment at this time, then I believe you won't be able to find a better opportunity, because GPDB has a business plan that is so powerful it will disrupt the current distribution system for clean foods and drive pricing down so low that it will cause a giant consumer shift away from spending on contaminated GMO foods, opening up a new expanding marketplace for clean foods. You can get in on this now. If you are troubled by the chronic illness and disease that is plaguing this country, if you are sickened by the realization that the average child is ingesting 5 servings of toxic pesticides and herbicides in their GMO contaminated diet every day, then this is your chance to put your investment dollars to work for the good. We have a solution that can put GMO producers out of business. Come on and join me in the clean food revolution. Invest in what I believe will be the next online giant. The minimum investment is only $2,000. You can get started by scrolling down to the How to Invest section below on this page. Come on, let's get started.